Hey everybody, what's up? This is Todd. Tell you what I'm going to be doing for the next little while on Worship Notes is I'm going to be doing some video reviews where I review a CD. I want to tape it because for me, videoing it is just a little bit easier. It's a little easier to do. I could just kind of freestyle and throw it out there and then put it online and then it's done. Because I do think it's important to hear what other people are saying about records that may come across your desk or your iTunes or whatever, to hear maybe somebody who goes out and buys something that you might be interested in, to hear what they think of it. So anyway, I know there's some of you who can't watch these at work because of audio things or whatever, but so sorry for that. But anyway, I think this will be an easy way to do this. I want to review the new record from Lincoln Brewster. Today is the Day. This is the much anticipated record from Lincoln, Worship's guitar hero. And so I just want to kind of talk through the tracks and tell you I bought this yesterday, but I'd actually been listening to it for a little while, some pre-release stuff that I located, and so I was just gonna tell you what I thought about it. Lincoln's real well known for covers. Some of his most beloved songs are his Everlasting God. He does a version of Shout to the Lord that's really good, really well known. Just want to talk through this record and tell you just some thoughts I have as I've listened to it. The first thing to know about a Lincoln Brewster record is that it is a departure from what most of us are used to. Let me try to explain it this way. The niche, the thing about guys like Tomlin or Balash, their thing is that their songs are relatively easy to implement into your team. In other words, if you were to drive around churches all across America this coming Sunday, you would see a lot of teams at a lot of different skill levels doing Chris Tomlin songs and Paul Balash songs. They're user-friendly songs, and yeah, they might adjust the key and they might not do exact cover versions, but the niche that those guys have is that their stuff is accessible, and it's no wonder that they're these huge successes because their stuff is very, very accessible. Lincoln Brewster is in a whole different category. Because if you walk in and you hear Lincoln Brewster songs being done, what you're going to find is that Lincoln's niche really seems to be worship programs and music teams and bands that are highly, highly skilled. All right? You will not hear a lot of Lincoln Brewster songs at small churches with just sort of average players. You usually will hear Lincoln Brewster songs at big churches with great teams, with skilled musicians, maybe even paid musicians on the praise team. All right, so you have to understand that when you get a Lincoln Brewster record, I think it's important to understand that this is a niche, and Lincoln is a great musician. All right, he's a fantastic musician. So let me just talk about some of the songs here. There are a couple of songs that really are great to listen to, but feel utterly impossible to pull off live. Give Him Praise is one that's just, it's cool, but I just don't know if it would work in a lot of churches. Everywhere I Go is one of those. Some of the highlights for me, Today is the Day, title track, opening track, which I've done. I've led at a camp, and it's a great song. Lincoln also does a remake of Salvation is Here, which is very, very good. Closing song, Let Your Glory Shine, is kind of neat because sort of changes tempo about halfway and goes into a very sort of Eric Johnson sort of instrumental kind of progressive rock sort of sound. I mean, it's not like Dream Theater or something like that, but it's just a very, very extended, very dedicated, very complicated jam session and all that. But the song itself, very good. God You Reign, probably the best, for me, the best song on the record. Sounds similar to some other things that Lincoln's done as far as the chord structure. It looks like he's just in the verses, he's just doing sort of a one and then a suspension. He's done that in a couple of things, But it's a great, great song, and probably one of the most practical songs on the record. There's a lot of guitar in it, of course. Lincoln is stunningly good, plays with great, great ease. For me personally, the guitar gets to be a little much. It's almost like my feelings about Brad Paisley, and that I feel like Brad Paisley, every record is trying to teach us, hey, I play guitar. And so some of that I get from Lincoln's record, and that, in between, the first and second line, it's like that, and that's cool, and I can appreciate that from a musical standpoint because I can't do it. But there's a lot of that. There's a lot of jamming, a lot of just riffing and things that those are cool. I just don't know if they are necessary. So I'd say if you're wanting to buy Today Is the Day as a worship resource, I would advise against it. I don't think for most of us it's a very useful resource for our teams, but it is a fantastic record to listen to, and it's great for personal worship, to listen as you're sort of trying to focus your heart and mind. And it's just fun. It's just fun to hear musicians who are great doing their thing. So that's Lincoln Brewster, Today Is the Day, on Integrity Records. I like Integrity, you know that. I'm an Integrity guy. So it's a good record. Just very sort of highly produced, highly skilled, good rockin' tune. So that's a review of Today Is the Day by Lincoln Brewster. Thanks. Bye.